Ripple and XRP are connected to tens of thousands of banks globally and payment systems. I'm going to show you this. Ashley Prosper put out this amazing tweet thread just a few minutes ago of all of the connections, or most of the connections, that Ripple has globally. And it covers America, Canada, Japan, Australia, Qatar, St. Lucia, Saudi Arabia, Jordan. We're going to get into all this. This is really exciting stuff, and I had to make a video about this to talk with you. Okay, so check this out. Let's start with America first, because it is the biggest market. Regardless of what you think about our great country, it is the biggest market on the planet. So Google Ventures invests in Ripple in May 2013. October 2013, Chris Larson meets with the SEC, Treasury Department, and Federal Reserve, FDIC, NCUA, CFPB, IRS, CSB, FTC, FinCEN, OFAC, FBI, and U.S. State Department to discuss Ripple and XRP. Name another crypto asset that has gone through the scrutiny that Ripple and XRP have gone through, right? I will read through all of the comments, and I would love to see what you guys say or think about this topic. But at the end of the day, you can't deny this. This is pretty insane. April 2014, the Government Accountability Office calls XRP a virtual currency. Okay, since 2014, it's 10 years ago. June 2014, Ripple joins Nacha Payments Innovation Alliance. Great partnership there. Nacha is a payment system in the United States. August 2014, Ripple partners with SnapSwap, teams up with Knox Payments to enable Ripple services with Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Capital One 360, USAA, which is a big bank and credit union, especially here in Hawaii, TD Bank, US Bank, PNC, and Chase. The biggest banks in the world, hands down, right? Like, you know, all of these heads of these banks understood that this was coming a long time ago, right? This is 10 years ago. FinCEN and the DOJ call XRP a currency, right? And when you got, you know, the last administration suing Ripple, that was under the Trump administration, we knew that there was something really fishy about this, right? Because the US government had already come out and said that XRP is a virtual currency. It's known around the world as a virtual currency. And if it wasn't for that $15 million payment to the former administration and some backdoor dealing with the Ethereum Alliance, I don't think Ripple would have been sued in the long run. June 2015, Ripple appoints DTCC's former CEO, Donald Donahue. Now, if you don't know what the DTCC is, it's okay. It's a Depository Trust Clearing Corporation. They clear stocks, bonds, derivatives. They're really the clearinghouse for most financial markets, especially here in the United States. Okay, it's a big deal. They clear trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars per day in security clearings. Okay, then you have MIT running a validator for Ripple Consensus Ledger. Ripple partners with Bank of America. BNY Mellon explores Ripple's proof of concept in a report titled The Modernization of Payments and Collections. 2017, Ripple partners with American Express. That's a big deal. 2019, PNC Bank live on Ripple Payments Network. 2020 is Bank of America's head of global payments, Julia Harris, said, "It's not about our platform and our capabilities. It's about you as a client and the infrastructure you have and the ability for us to integrate, whether that's the platform and capabilities that were built on partnerships with the likes of Ripple and Swift." Okay, when you see Ripple and Swift in the same sentence, you need to be paying attention. Okay, May 2020, U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is the CFPB, recognizes the role of Ripple and XRP in cross-border transfers. September, you have Ripple partner Volante allies with Goldman Sachs and to launch cloud-based digital transformation banking platform. You also have Citibank extends partnership with Ripple, powered by Volante. You know, Citibank has kind of gone back and forth on this. 2021, former Treasurer of the United States Rosie Rijos joins Ripple. Now, a lot of money was printed in the last administration. There was like $7 or $8 trillion that was printed out of thin air. And I know a lot of people have, you know, the government spending too much money. Well, yeah, but if you look at like a $50 or $100 bill, chances are her name, Rosie Rios, is on them. And you always see her talking about the train has left the station. And you really need to take notice of this, right? Because that was one of the biggest jobs in the US government, right? To run the treasury and to print money, right? To have control of that. And she could have had a job anywhere on the planet to do anything at any place, but she chose to go work with Ripple on the board. That's an important point. 2021, the World Bank calls XRP a stablecoin in its research paper titled Central Bank Digital Currencies for Cross-Border Payments. Goldman Sachs Investment Banking Division identifies Ripple as an opportunity in payments alongside Circle and Coinbase in its reported title. March 2022, Ripple partner, the Clearinghouse, and Wells Fargo collaborate with Swift replacement. July 2022, former Ripple advisor Michael Barr becomes vice chair of the Board of Governors at the Federal Reserve. He's still in that seat today. September 2022, Ripple joins the Digital Dollar Project. 2023, IMF notes 3 projects for cross-border payments: Ripple, Stellar and Strike in the research paper titled Trust Bridges and Money Flows, a digital marketplace to improve cross-border payments. 2023, you have the NASDAQ congratulates Ripple on the Medico acquisition. You have Ripple partners with the ACI Worldwide, Volante, Temenos, and Finastra. These are the partnerships that are connected to tens of thousands of banks globally, hundreds of thousands of bank accounts, right? This is really the meat and potatoes. All 10,000 banks just in the United States, there's 10,000 banks that are connected to this, right? That's not including the globe. You're talking about, man, 20, 30,000 banks maybe? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right. So July 2023, the U.S. federal court determines XRP is not a security. Bank of America praised Ripple in the report titled Breaking New Ground, Harnessing Payments Innovation in APAC. Ripple partners with Faster Payments Council. Ripple joins the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, which is a big deal. Amazon partners with Ripple for XRP payments. And there's a few other, like BNY Mellon, head of digital asset product, Maxine D. Goloburn joins Ripple. Google Cloud joins Ripple XRP partner Flare's blockchain. Ripple announces acquisition of Standard Custody and Trust Company. This will contribute to Ripple's New York BIT license to nearly 40 money transfer licenses across the US. There's not another blockchain infrastructure companies that has this many licenses across the United States. What do you think is happening here? Okay. And then you talk about Canada, right? Royal Bank of Canada reveals blockchain trial with Ripple. 2016. 2018, Royal Bank of Canada backed Ripple's technologies and a suite of products to revolutionize the remittance and banking industries in a report titled Imagine 2025. January 2021, Ripple partnered PNC Bank buys Tempus uses RippleNet to provide X solutions for Ripple partner Remit in Canada. Okay. October 2021, Ripple partner CGI teams up with the Bank of Montreal and the National Bank of Canada. This is connected to the government, right? March 2022, the National Bank of Australia, the NAB, and the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, the CIBC, have signed a deal that facilitates cross-border payments and settlements using Ripple's RippleNet solution. September 2022, Royal Bank of Canada partners with Ripple Ventures to support unprecedented students looking to become founders and funders. Royal Bank of Canada posits that Ripple is superior to MoneyGram and Western Union. We understand that. Ripple partner Intermex acquires land holdings to conquer Spain, Italy, Germany, and Canada. Ripple's UBRI partners with the University of Toronto to help Uni launch an independent XRP ledger validator. 2024, Ripple partners with Axelar for real-world assets and tokenization. I just did a great video about tokenization of assets. You should go watch that if you want to understand this. Here's Japan, right? Japan's 47-member bank consortium plans to use Google-backed Ripple to make payments. The consortium was launched in October 2016 and represents over 30% of all banks in Japan. This is in 2017 that 30% of all the banks in Japan could use Ripple and XRP. Of course, we're getting to the place where you need global laws, right? You need the same type of laws across all of the countries, right? So value could move across borders seamlessly, right? Regulation is what you need. And that's what they've been working on, right? Security regulation, commodity regulation, right? 2018, Ripple developed a payment app that settles transactions instantly in partnership with a consortium of 61 Japanese banks. Okay, 13 banks in Japan join Ripple, powered by MoneyTap app. These banks include ME Bank. I'm not going to read all these banks. I'll probably get some of these names wrong, but it's a big deal. Of course, SBI is a huge Ripple partner. 6 new Japanese banks join MoneyTap platform. Ripple's partners SBI Remit announces tie-up with Fukushima Bank. Japan's second largest bank, the Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group, takes a stake in Ripple partner SBI Holdings. SBI Remit and Daiiko Bank to improve international payments to Japan. SBI Holdings announced the start of using XRP leading services, right? Ripple partners with SBI Holdings. You have some of the biggest countries in the world understanding what XRP is and what it facilitates. Let's just take a look at some of these, right? Australia, the Commonwealth Bank of Australia plans to begin using Ripple Network to settle payments between its subsidiaries, right? This is going back to 2015. Some more recent stuff, Australian Combank announces migration to the API Ledger standard of payment. Novati-owned International Bank of Australia gets approval to launch payment solution in Australia. Onafic to expand remittance capabilities in Africa across its borders with various Gulf nations, the UK and Australia. It's a big deal. You also have partnerships in Qatar, right? Ripple partners with Qatar's central bank to improve cross-border payments, right? CBDC, and a few other ones here. We also have St. Lucia. right? Euro Exim Bank partners with Ripple to facilitate cross-border payments. Martin Q, Dominica, Argentina, Antigua, and Barbuda. I'm not very good with some of these names. I do apologize. But Puerto Rico, right? Some big partnerships there. Jordan, right? Ripple and NBC launch cross-border payments live in Kuwait and Jordan. I showed you some of these partnerships with Buna, the Buna platform, right? And then you just have so much more, guys. This goes on and on and on. At the end of the day, Ripple and XRP can be used by tens of thousands of banks globally. That is what I'm trying to show you here. That they've put in the time, the work, the energy Ripple has, and it's going to facilitate so much cross-border transactions. Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, Turkey, right? There's all these connections in those countries as well. If you want to pause it and go through these, you definitely can. You also have Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, right? Covered by Currency Cloud, right? Some of these partnerships with like Currency Cloud, a few others, Earthport, right? They have connections to all of these different countries. You also have Pakistan. The State Bank of Pakistan acknowledges the promising work of Ripple and XRP in its 2022 financial stability report. You have Myanmar, Laos connection. In January 2020, Ripple partners CM Commercial Bank to expand its app called SCB Easy into Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos in Vietnam. You also have connections in Bangladesh, right? Bhutan, Nepal. These are all insane connections. You have some connections in Mongolia. Of course, probably nothing in North Korea, but definitely stuff in South Korea. SBI Ripple Asia partners with Daylai Financial Group to bring Ripple and XRP to Korea. The Japan Bank Consortium, over 60 banks to South Korean banks, Wori Bank and Shihan Bank, have teamed up with Ripple on a new blockchain pilot. This is back in 2017. Some of the more recent stuff is Ripple partners with CentB and Currency Cloud to team up to boost international remittances. Ripple partners CentB to power U.S. South Korea cross-border money transfers. 2023, catalyzed research Ripple to drive XRP ledger adoption in South Korea. February 2024, Ripple partners with Josh Kim highlighted that about 10% of the population prefers XRP over other cryptocurrencies. 10% of people in South Korea prefer using XRP over anything else. That is a huge chunk of the population. You have stuff in New Zealand, right? I'm not gonna go through all these ones, but New Caledonia, Fiji, Timor-Leste, I probably said that wrong, I do apologize. You also have some partnerships out of Cyprus, Liechtenstein, Montenegro, right? A lot of money goes through Montenegro. Ripple partners with Finci and serves customers from 29 countries, including Ireland, Australia, Belgium, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Greece, Spain, Italy, Cyprus, Croatia, Latvia, Poland, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Malta, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, France, Romania, Slovak Republic, France, Slovenia, Finland, Sweden, Hungary, Germany, and Lithuania. It's connected to the entire world is what I'm trying to get at here, my people. Liechtenstein, Medicos secures partnership with Liechtenstein's private bank. Montenegro Central Bank partners with Ripple to build CBDC. Iceland, Ripple expands into Iceland with acquisition of crypto trading firm and Algrim. 2020, covered by Currency Cloud partnership with Ripple. Currency Cloud. All of these countries are connected to Ripple through Currency Cloud. You have Africa, right? XRP Healthcare expands into the reach of Africa. 2023, Ripple's partnership with Onific covers the following 36 countries in Africa. Basically, the whole continent of Africa can use XRP. It's insane. Ripple partner Onific has forged a partnership with Kenya-based M-Pesa for remittances to Ethiopia. And then here you go, more Currency Cloud partnerships in all of these other countries, right? Here, there's some even partnerships within Russia. Okay, I'm not going to go through these because I don't want to get the video kind of shadow banned or anything saying by anybody, but Switzerland. Big partnerships in Switzerland. June 2019, Swiss Gold EU starts accepting payments for gold and silver purchasing in XRP. You also have all of these other partnerships, right? Let's just go to some more recent one. Ripple now official partner of the World Economic Forum. Right? Ripple acquires Medico. Ripple joins BIS task force for cross-border payments. Ripple partner Deutsche Bank cooperates with Swiss digital currency firm Taros to provide custody services for international investors. Ripple Link Temenos launches a payments hub on IBM Cloud. Switzerland Central Bank is using R3 Core to settler code, which hooks into the XRP ledger. Now, R3 has kind of come out and said that they're not using XRP. That could change in the future, but currently they're not. I think they're using like XDC and some other assets. Zuberg Kantual Bank, one of the biggest banks in Switzerland, has opened trading for storage offerings for 6 cryptocurrencies, including XRP. Swiss banking giant BBVA expanded its partnership with Medico, wholly owned subsidiary with Ripple Labs. HSBC will work with Ripple Labs' own Medico for custody service. Ripple announced its upcoming establishment in Geneva's Hotel de Bank. What I'm trying to get at is if you look at all of these countries and you look at all of these partnerships, Ripple is the only blockchain infrastructure company that has this many banking connections and can actually move XRP between tens of thousands of banks globally, and you need to be paying attention to this. Okay, now if you know of another digital asset that has all of these connections, please let me know down in the comments. But to me, this is a winning sign that XRP and Ripple will be here for the long run. I know there's this $2 billion fine that the SEC is asking for the judge to, is basically asking for Ripple to come up. This could bankrupt Ripple. We don't know what's going to happen with that, but we have to understand that Ripple, the company, you know, it would really hurt. It would really hurt if something happened to Ripple. Personally, I think that Ripple is going to be able to talk this fine down and skate through this. But at the end of the day, there's no blockchain company that has put more time and effort into doing all of these connections than Ripple. Plain and simple, it doesn't get bigger than Ripple and XRP. I'm Crypto Sensei. If you learned something in this video, please like and share. We are growing the channel because you are watching, and I greatly am heartfelt appreciation to you.